So, there is no doubt that Bennett is one of the best 4-star characters in Genshin Impact, and some people also think that Bennett should be a 5-star character rather than a 4-star. And yes, some of the most craziest fans think that Bennett is a 5-star character in disguise. So, why people think that way? Why most of the Genshin players absolutely love Bennett? So, there are many reasons behind this. So, hello my dear Hillbilly Trolls, I'm your Mage speaking, and in today's video, I will discuss on all the points that why Bennett is such a great character. So, this video is going to be very interesting, and before starting off this video, I want you guys to like this video and subscribe this channel. So now Bard, roll the intro. So Genshin Impact releases new characters in every new update, which includes the upcoming 4-star characters Shenhe and Yunjin, but the 4-star character who has remained highly sought till this date is none other than the Pyro Sword user Bennett, widely recognized as an SS tier utility character. Bennett is able to keep his party alive with his healing abilities while supplying them with a large attack bonus. His versatile support skills and DPS capabilities are why Bennett is Genshin Impact's best 4-star character. First of all, he is easy to access. So most of the best Pyro characters are 5-star like Diluc, Lee and Hu Tao, and most of them are very rare and you can only get them when their banner arrives. Aside from Diluc of course, but still getting Diluc and his all cons is not an easy task. And yes, Bennett, whom many Genshin player thinks that he is a 5-star character in disguise, is easy to accessible cause after all he is a 4-star character, and thank god he is a 4-star character. So yeah, getting Bennett and his all constellations is far more easier than getting Hu Tao or Diluc's all constellations. Bennett is a very versatile character. Aside, there are very few characters which can be turned into a healer, support, buff and a DPS character at the same time. And you know what? Bennett has all the abilities and it always depends on the players on how they want to build him, and yes, because of this versatility he can be used with every team. For example, for beginners to the game could maximize Bennett's initiate healing potential thanks to a party with Diluc, Barbara and Diona. Newcomers can get a constantly balanced team. At its core, Diluc becomes the team heavy hitter due to his DPS skills. As a Pyro, his skills range well with Bennett's nature. Moreover, Bennett's burst alone can help Diluc boost his overall performance. And just like this, Bennett can be used with most of the teams in Genshin Impact and he works fine. He's one of the best healers in the game. If we talk about his healing ability only, then also he surpasses most of the characters in Genshin Impact. He heals up to 70% quickly and easily the entire duration, and can also heal you higher than 70%, but will stop healing once you go past from his area. So his healing abilities even rivals most of the 5-star characters cause he heals quickly and most of his teammates. If his talents are all upgraded and his cons unlocked, then Bennett will be a great healer for your team. He also works fine with low investments too. So if you don't have much resources or you don't want to grind on him that much, then too you can use him with good results. If you don't have any cons on him, then also he will provide a tremendous amount of healing and attack bonus, cause he's one of those few characters who can work as a good support even if you have done low investments on him. Still, he's very profitable for your team, and yeah, if you will upgrade him fully, then he will be definitely worth your hard work. His cons and his talents are far more better than the most of the characters. So yeah, his C1 and his C5 are really great for Bennett, and if you have unlocked them, then your Bennett will be a literal Pyro Archon, cause his C1 and C5 are extremely helpful for his role in team compositions. At C0, Bennett already provides healing and tremendous attack bonus, and at C1 great expectations. He neutralizes the barrier that requires to be above 70% HP in order to receive the attack buff, and it gives fantastic voyage an additional 20% of Bennett's base attack. These all stats are really great and it makes him one of the few characters who have the best constellations in the game. But the biggest reason why everyone uses Bennett is because he's a Pyro character, cause Pyro is the only element that reacts with every other element in the game. And let me tell you why. Cause with electricity it's overloaded. Pyro does area pyro damage. With water it's vaporization, meaning extra pyro damage. Same with cryo, it melts and gives extra pyro damage. With dendro it's burning, meaning pyro damage over time. With anemo it's swale, meaning more pyro area damage. And yes, with geo element it does crystallization, meaning it creates a pyro shield. So yeah, pyro is such a great element in the game. That is why most of the players took at least one good pyro character in their teams, but it's very difficult to find such a good pyro character with all the cons and easy accessible. So guess what? They take Bennett, cause as I said, he's one of the best pyro characters till this date. And yes, his element is one of the biggest reason he is so much loved in the Genshin community. If I talk about his team comps, then Bennett goes very well with high DPS characters, especially other fire DPS like Diluc or Klee. He can easily take the healer spot to provide fire resonance and attack buff, and with good energy recharge gear, he can heal as much as most of the other healers. He pairs incredibly well with Mona and others with big burst comps. He is also very good to break ice shields and remove ice debuffs. debuffs due to his short cooldowns on fire abilities. He turns every attack in his ult into fire effect with max constellation, and yes, it creates endless elemental reaction combos. So yeah, my dear Hillbillies rituals, these are all the reasons that why most of the players want Bennett and use him in their teams. So yeah, if you guys want me to bring more videos on this topic, so give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to this channel. So now take care, my dear Hillbillies rituals.